Hello? I'm here. I'm just sitting up. Oh boy. I'm back. I'm back. That's crazy to think. But I'm back. I've been sick for, well, not really sick, but like partially sick for the past few weeks. Last time I streamed was at like the beginning of the month, so it's like it's been a while, I will say. I'm just waiting for Minecraft to load up so I can actually show you guys what I've been up to. So we got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. Wrong thing. I haven't streamed in a while. I'm rusty. Yeah, that should work. Oh boy. It's been a couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks. I have been frustrated out of my mind with this silly little project. Goodness me. Alright. Welcome back. It's good to be back. I'm happy to be here. In that right placeholder. Happy to be here. It's been a while, so let me kind of give you guys a little bit of context before we actually get into the Blockbench side of things. After the last stream we started working on the drill transport, and I wasn't really feeling too well during that stream, and it wasn't until the following morning that I actually realized, oh, I'm sick, and I didn't even realize it. So yeah, I've been sick. Well, not really. Like, I got better after a couple of days, but after that I just had a hard time getting back on to streaming. Just because I've been trying to figure this frickin' drill transport out. And I've never been more frustrated. I'm laughing through the pain. It's annoying. So let me show you guys what I've got so far. So after the last stream, I went ahead and made this model. This is kind of like, I'm not intending this to be in the game, by the way. I'm also realizing that Minecraft is still open on the side. Give me 1 second. Okay. Wrong thing. There we go. So yeah, after the last stream, I put together this model. It's pretty cool. The ramp lowers down and there's like a door or something there, so like that's pretty cool. These drill heads, they spin. Very nice. There's 2 of them. There's one in the front, one in the back. So this was supposed to be like a really cool model. It's low resolution, and it's also very small right now. My plan was to make a small model at high resolution, so that way I could use the vanilla size command to increase its scale, so that way it'd actually appear like huge. The idea was that like one of these pixels would be like 1 block, so this thing was supposed to be like absolutely huge. But when I got in game, it didn't look like that. So I've imported it not with its intended texture, but as a block, just to demonstrate the problem I was running into. So, as you can see, the drills stick out of the hitbox, and that's kind of intentional. But the problem comes when it comes to rendering. So you can see that the drill is still on screen, but as soon as the block's hitbox goes off camera, it stops rendering altogether, even if it's supposedly still supposed to be there. So as soon as the block goes off screen, it despawns. And that's a real shame. And before you ask, before you comment, this is the same problem with entities. As soon as its hitbox goes off screen, it just despawns. It despawns, even if the model is still on screen. If the block hitbox goes off screen, it just unrenders. And you could argue like, oh, why don't you just increase the bounding box size? You can do that, right? I tested that, and long story short, the hitboxes with blocks at larger scales are janky at best, unfortunately. It seems like there's just no way I can make a solid hitbox while having this thing still rendering. So I gotta change up the plan. I gotta go for a block-based design as opposed to an entity-based design. So I spent a lot of the time off working on 12.5 like blocks. I can show you guys some of these. So we got a bunch of different metal blocks that we can build, and I'm pretty sure these are these not? I thought those were tileable or rotatable. I showed these off in a community post recently, but I have made a few more since that post. And these are rotatable. There's just a bunch of different metal blocks, including some light sources, which I do think these look cool. And the dirty variant gives off less light, so that gives me options for light down the road. We got a couple more light sources. I think these are rotatable as well. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about the dirty variant of this one. Again, these are all just kind of like, I threw these together while I was sick, basically. I do think this one turned out. It's like this one, that one, and these ones. I think like these four are my favorite. Like, I'm not sure about these. I like how these ones turned out. I'd definitely be using these a lot. It's a nice light source. It's a different light source. And I made stairs, slabs, and walls for all of them. I also made this block. It has an animated texture. And it's meant to act as like the drill head. So my plan was to build the drill transport out of blocks and then have this animated texture. But the problem comes with the top. It just doesn't really work that well. It worked better in my head, unfortunately. So it's just, I tried shaping it a few different ways and changing the orientation and such, but it just didn't work. And it's a real shame, too, because I spent a lot of time on that one. Oh, hi, Jeffrey.
Bezos.
Bezos. Excuse you.
Merry Christmas.
Not yet, it isn't. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on these. Unfortunately, this doesn't work entirely, so I have to scrap the design and go for a block-based model, which I think some of these blocks, I definitely need some more. I definitely need some more, because I want to do some more different variants for all of these. Oh, I forgot about this one. I was gonna say, I made 8. This one might look familiar, because this one I literally just took from Shiverburn and just repurposed it here. This one over here was actually supposed to be Shiverburn's original metal block texture, but I switched it to that. So yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. I also tweaked the colors of the maple leaves. And I think these leaves look a lot better now with the color change. It's a lot less, like... It's a lot less consistent. I think the colors blend a lot better with this. So I think I'm settling with this kind of design. It still looks a little bit... Well, it looks less odd when it's up close than what it used to look. I also made a lighter variant, one that's more yellow as opposed to the orange. But I think making it just more of a reddish orange was absolutely the way to go. So I do have a second variant. It's not in game yet, but that's kind of what I've been up to. Other than that, I haven't made any changes to the elemental powers. I haven't added any new mobs. I've literally just been working on all these blocks, and that's basically it. Like I said, I've been sick. Oh, I forgot I had that up there. Forgot that was up there. Let me know if any of you watching remember what that was from. I'm willing to bet placeholder here does. So yeah. Thermal generator is still in the game. Pretty cool. 3 HP, sword. Nothing extra has changed. One thing that I do want to do later down the line is add more abilities for the elemental powers, but again, it's not the focus today. So that brings us to what I want to work on today. Why I've titled this as a Blockbench stream and not an M-Career stream is because we're going into Blockbench. I've been having the hardest time with the drill head. The hardest time. Like, the hardest time. Like, this looks cool. I might keep this in game, just as like an aesthetic thing that I could just have in game or something. I think I can also... Can I make it go upside down? I cannot. That's probably something I would want to change. But anyway. I've been struggling with this drill head. The cone-shaped design that I wanted to do for this cone-shaped design just doesn't work well at all with how Minecraft handles and how things are rendered. For example, if I wanted to make this thing like diagonal, I couldn't really do that. And just the shape is tricky, the texture would be tricky. Obviously this isn't its actual texture, but yeah, this model just... This cone design, although cool, and it is what people traditionally think of a drill, it's just not gonna work for what I have in mind with Minecraft. It just doesn't blend itself well. I can either, like, the shape is just too tricky to make, and especially if I'm gonna have this thing animated. Block-based designs, animated, are doable, but they're very tricky. So, I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out what the heck to do with this. So I've got an idea that we're hopefully gonna work on today. And that actually is to do something like this. So these are oil drill heads. And I've seen them kind of before in like animation, but I don't really think I've seen, like, it's definitely not what you would think of like a traditional drill, but it is realistic, and I do think that this might actually work better for this project. So I'm gonna just slide that off before Google copyrights me. Hi Danny. Glad to see you. So we're gonna go and do something like that as a drill head. So the idea is that I'll probably end up making a block. We'll make a block. Although, even then, I'm not even sure. A block is the way to go. Because we can make entity models now. Is it just me, or does it seem like there's less options here? Maybe I'm crazy. One axis per element. Let's start by making a entity, because we can implement entities, and this also gives me the ability to animate them. So we'll go with entity, because we can do that now. We can make entity blocks, which should be nice. Caps lock. Oh wait, I can't do caps. Drill head, confirm. We can close this down. It's simple enough as it is. I might as well delete that, drill head, or drill model. That's Eugene. Blast tank, Eugene, laser, missile, basic, blaster. Goodness me. Drill transport. Might as well delete that because I'm not using it. Yeah, nothing else has really changed. Here's all the blocks in case you're wondering. This is what it looks like in game. Alright, let's get started. So looking at the image, these drill heads are kind of divided into like 3 sections that kind of just like gear into each other, I guess you could say. With grinding teeth. Let's open image in a new tab. There we go. Now I can full screen it. So these things are going to be tricky to make. I need to get a good photo for the base. I'm sorry, I'm doing these off to the side. You can't actually see what I'm doing. I don't want to get copyrighted. And I think it might just be easier if I make the drill bit first. Alright. So, my idea is... Okay, so when I see the drill bit, which... when I see this, I see like 3 different sections. I imagine a single block is going to be one of these sections as a block, and then we can just go from there. That's what I imagine this is going to be like. So we need to kind of create like 3 circles, I guess, for the different layer, add some spikes, and then angle them. Because they're going to be angled into each other. And I want to make 2 variants. One that's like straight on and one that's diagonal at the 45. I think that will be how we achieve like a triangle effect. What I'm worried about is going to be spacing on the drill. How big are these things actually going to be? Because if I can make them like 2 blocks wide and 2 blocks tall, that's the ideal situation. Because they have to fit on the drill transport, and they can't be too big, they can't be too small. If they're too small, then the whole transport just doesn't go anywhere. If they're too big, then we're dealing with rendering problems. So I think just doing a block or something with an entity model is the way to go. So let's just get started by making the base of this thing. We'll make it a 16 by 16 base. It's perfectly square for now. And these things are kind of like, these things are coned. So something like this. And we'll just kind of just shrink this one on all sides. I keep going. I think it needs to be more drastic. I think this one needs to be shrunk another layer. And this top one can be shrunk another 2 layers. So we have something like that. I'm probably gonna cut the corners out, but we can do that a little bit later. As for like the actual like spikes, let's get a block out. I imagine we just do something like this. And just kind of work our way around. Yeah, something like this would work. Does that look good? I think I can make this work. I think I can make this look. I think I can make this work. Let's see if I can't shrink this down. Does this work? I just kind of like angle that up. What do you think? I think I kind of got like the shape going. I wonder if I can download this image actually. If I can just download this and then have it as a preview. No, I think this will be fine. I wonder if I made these like I know, we haven't colored it yet. I'm just purely going for shape right now. So there's another layer, like right on the outer layer, or right on the outskirts. I think if we did something like just something to fill in these gaps. On the outskirts. I think that'll help round it out near the base. Need to resize these. Get something like that. Might have to do it again on the inner, on this inner ring, and up here as well. Just to kind of make it look more like rigid and full of like places where rocks and stuff can get caught up and grinded down. Because I think that's the whole idea with this design of a drill head, is it's meant to grind up the rock as it's passing through and not just like push it out of the way like the cone-shaped drills are supposed to do. So I think I can actually do something clever here. If I duplicate these, pivot tool towards the middle, rotate 180 degrees, and then moved. There we go, kind of duplicates them. I think I need to do something similar here as well. Just in these gaps. Is this too noisy? Is what I'm worried about. I imagine we can smoothen out the noise with just some basic colors. That might be too noisy. It also kind of loses its... just lost its shape. Did I shrink this in one too much? I know I did that on purpose before, but actually, let's just leave it like that. Let's leave it like that. I'm not sure what to think of these corners, because these are some very sharp corners. I kind of want to smooth them out. What if I shrank it? And then brought these down. I don't think that helps. Yeah, it's a work in progress. I think these need to actually be moved in. And I see that is causing some Z fighting, so... let's just move these in. I think that works. It's a start, that's for sure. I'm gonna duplicate this and bring that out. So that would be one drill head. I'm not sure about this one on top. Let's keep it, but shrink it. I think this works. Alright, let's highlight everything. Grip it. I think it kind of works. When you like compare it, I think it kind of works. It kind of gives that idea. I'm thinking of I think the prongs are a little bit too big though, so I'm wondering if shrinking the cubes might actually do something for me. I think that'll work. Because I think it's too bulky. I think I need to shrink all these squares. Gonna get some mirror modeling in. Yes, I can. So if I shrink all of these. Right. Oh, that's duplicating some things. Okay, it's a little bit weird, but... yeah, I think it's the way to go. Single prong as opposed to double. So let's rearrange this, shall we? Move that one there. We'll put these like every other.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely think this will work a lot better. I would just kind of alternate it. This does mean we have more cubes to manage, but I think that's completely fine. Oh, that puts it right at the end. Can't have that. That's right, because we got a 2-block center. That's not going to be complicated to work around at all. I think in the case for the middle one, we can just do that. And we'll just kind of keep moving these things. Ah, that's interesting. These were not shrunk down at all. Cool. I definitely think that looks a lot better. Yeah, it looks much nicer. A lot more rigid. Yeah, it definitely looks much more rigid. I think I like that better. But the question is this... Obviously we still have to do the top 2 layers, but... What I'm wondering now is this gonna look good when we put it in game? Is this gonna look... How well is it gonna look when we rotate this and get it into like actual in-game? Is it gonna like despawn? Is it gonna unload? Is it gonna not be a good time? I don't know. We'll just have to finish it off and see what happens. I'm gonna take a snack break for a second just so I can think. Wrong button. Alright. Whoops. Forget. This is like a ton of cubes. Yeah, hashtag snack break. There's gonna be a ton of cubes. This thing is not gonna be like super textured or detailed or anything like that. Just gonna be a million cubes. Nom, 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 nom. I love peanuts. This block in the middle. Is that adequate? Yeah, it just looks like it's not. I think it's 'cause this block is off. Or is it? Wait, those are only one, those are two. Those are one, those are two, those are one. This block needs to be bigger by one. In which case, we can just square this off. This is on the corner anyway. This one's off. I think that looks good. I'm tempted to like lower them all by one block, but then there's just gonna be z-fighting and stuff. So one thing I'm noticing from the photo is one of the gears has a spike in the middle while the other two don't. And I think that's important. I just deleted that block altogether. Now we need something up top. Something like that. Overall, this looks pretty ridiculous. What if I did like every other? That's vertical. Ah, it's so difficult to navigate this. So I put one there. And that one there. Just so we have a few more up top. It is kind of lopsided, I will say. Definitely looks odd. I think we need to have these towards the edge. If we did that, because again, looking at the image, I'm looking at this one down here for the top, which I think looks okay. One thing I did notice is this block, I feel like if I lower this block by 1 and lower all these by 1, then that kind of helps it. Let me put 1 in the middle. Raise it up by 1. I feel like these corner ones should be lower. But then there's Z fighting. I think we go with this. Just trying to get an idea on what it will look like when it spins. Though I definitely cannot. I cannot replicate that at all. Alright. I think this is a good point. How many blocks are actually in here? I mean, that definitely makes it look a little bit different. It kind of gives an idea on what it's going to look like. Yeah, and I think that'll look good. I think that'll look good. I wish I could round it out a little bit more. If I just like... Rub that in a little bit more. Yeah, just randomized colors. Yeah, I kind of think this is the idea. I think this will work. So we have that now. This on its own is pretty large. It's pretty large on its own. If I take the pivot tool, just lower the pivot point, and then rotate this about like 45 degrees. This is essentially what the block is gonna look like. We'll have like an actual like frame or support here in this space, and then it'll just kind of be angled. It'll be angled at the 45. And then we'll do two variants. We'll do the straight on, which is in line with this axis, and then we'll also do another one that's rotated 90. The whole thing will be rotated 90. So we will add another cube. This will kind of act, this will be our base. That's half a block there. I don't need, this thing can't be too, like, this thing can't be too big. It can't be. If I make it too big, then we run into problems. I actually think that's a pretty decent height. How tall is that actually? Let me get the player in. So this thing will be 2 blocks tall. It seems like. This thing is gonna look absolute mean. Goodness me. I'm just wondering how to like connect it. If we just have another block here, rotated at the 45 as well, and just kind of moved in a way where it just kind of connects, like that. I don't know. I need more images. So if I just resize that to around about there, duplicated it, brought it up to there. Just kind of made like a ladder or something. Slope. That's most definitely Z-footing though. I actually think maybe it's just this easy. No, it's not. It's at the top. What if instead of attaching it, I had it not attached? As in, like, What if I duplicated this, moved it down, and then shrunk it? Let me actually just make sure I'm making this perfectly square. And I kind of did something like that. Something like that, maybe. Centered that. And then move the whole thing so it's centered on the block. And do something like that, so it's not actually... Move that out. Wait, why'd that lose its rotation? Oh. I know why that lost its rotation. Because we moved it out of the way. But right now it's quite tall. I feel like I can get away with shortening this. If I just brought this up or lowered that, then I can lower that onto there. And that actually looks pretty cool. I think the side view looks nice. Now what I'm curious is if I need to set the pivot point on this thing. Okay, it's actually set. If I set the pivot point there, duplicated this, rotated the duplicate 90 degrees. Let's go the other way. And then moved it over. It's not horribly, like, in contact. What if I rotated this 45 degrees? And then moved it over. I can see this working. I can 100% see this working. Alright. Now we just gotta texture this freaking thing. We gotta texture it. Which I imagine shouldn't be too difficult. You don't like it? I think it'll work. It's definitely like far better than anything else I've attempted so far in Minecraft, so I will take it. No, this is tricky. Texturing this is not going to be easy. I try to keep it simple and not overdo it with the texture. I feel like it's pretty good. I feel like that's pretty good. Alright, so one thing I definitely want to do is add caution lines all around this thing. I just remove the player. It almost doesn't look yellow. It's kind of weird. But it's yellow. Alright, now I'm gonna use my metal palette to kind of do the rest. Let me just turn the head off just so it's a little bit easier to paint. That'll do. Paint these faces to be solid. The faces that we can't really get at will just be solid. I think that looks pretty decent. And I haven't even done like a super detailed job yet. So let's just start by adding some bolts to the corner. Bolts really do a lot for establishing. It adds like enough texture, I think. Oh, thank you. I know this surface is completely pointless to texture. I'm probably gonna end up erasing it later, just for optimization's sake. I don't think there's any point in doing the bottom either. Shapes. There we go. Something like that. I think that's pretty good. I would like to do some like wires or something like here. Just like a random pattern. Just add a little bit more texture. Yeah, I think I should do those darker. Just so they're distinguished from the bolts. I do think the caution line is a nice touch. So there's our drill head. Looks pretty good so far, I will say. Now, as far as animation goes, we're just gonna have one animation. Spin. And this is going to be a looped animation. And it's only gonna affect the head. You gotta be kidding me. Is there any way I could potentially fix that? Oh, it's because the pivot point is off-center. I think that's good. Why is that rotating like that? Why is it rotating like that there? Huh? Why is it rotating like that? Alright, so I'm just gonna delete the animation then. Just gonna delete the animation. I'm gonna save this texture. Save that file, save project. That's in Shiverburn. Save that there. Export Java entity. Drillhead. And I do believe that we'll be able to specify its rotation. We'll be able to specify a rotation in game. So let's jump into mcreator and get this thing in game. And just see how it works. I want to see that it works on the horizontal before I do the diagonal. Import Java 3D model. Where is robots? Drill transport. Drill head. Head animation. We will do. We'll do Z. See if that does anything. I think that's it there, yeah. Well, let's test. Drill head, import texture. Where'd that go? Is that it? Drill texture. Just gonna use the battery. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna bother like tweaking anything. I'm just testing the model. Just to make sure that this works. I hope this works, because if it doesn't, then this whole stream has been for nothing, and I'm probably never streaming again. Just kidding. Means we just gotta keep trying. This is like my last idea. So if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do for this drill transport. I really don't. Well, it's in game. And it's definitely spinning very weirdly. I'm hoping if I just change... No, not in there. I'm hoping if I just change the axis, so that was Z. Let's see if... No, let's see if Y-axis works. Also gonna make it so these things have Y-axis rotation. That way I can place them in orientations. Let's see. Hopefully that fixes the problem. It's just spinning very weirdly. I'm very glad that the model worked first try. Oh boy. How do I fix this? It's as if the pivot point isn't rotated. I think it'll work if I can get the drill head to actually be animated correctly. I think I need a custom animation. Let's go into animations. So that's super weird. I'm not sure about diamond terrain generation. Let's go into this. Let's rotate this so this is at 0. And the animation, it'll just be flat like that. If I make it so that way this thing spins 360 degrees. Its current position being 0. That spins. Now if I angle this, (45) and 45. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Why doesn't that work? That works just fine. That actually looks pretty crazy. I think I would definitely want to slow the speed down. That looks better. Why can't I get it angled? Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. This is very odd. Oh, congratulations. The pivot point, I think. I don't think the pivot point is working. I don't know why the pivot point. It's okay, so pivot point doesn't seem to be. Pivot point doesn't seem to be working. As far as like, it's angling the build, but it's not actually being angled itself. I wonder if there's a plugin or something that I could use. I'm not even sure what to do about this. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. This is a problem I was not expecting. So the pivot point isn't rotating with its own model. That's a huge problem. That is a huge problem. So why is this working? Here. This works here. Visually, it works here. But when I go to animate it, it doesn't work. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do about this. Maybe I just leave it unanimated? I feel like that's not very cool, though. I don't know what to do about that. I got one more idea. Nope, it's still not working. I don't know what to do about this. But I want to try something. If I were to go into here, take the body, rotate it 45 degrees. Do I run into the same issue here? I do. That's really confusing. This looks like it would work. This looks like it would work. Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't this work? I don't understand. I don't get it. Are there presets? Huh?
I did something.
Oh. I feel like this could work though. Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work on angles? I don't understand how this pivot tool, how these pivot points work. Cause it's the pivot point itself is not rotating with its own model. And that's super frustrating. I don't understand. I don't get it. Let me just get it. Let me just see it back in game. Just want to see it back in game. I just see it in game. Is there anything I can do to fix it? Do about this. Okay, you can stop now. Yep, we're running the same issues. As soon as it goes off screen, it unrenders. But that's fine. We have time to fix that. Yeah, it stops rendering as soon as it goes off screen. It's not as bad because it's a smaller block. I've got an idea. This seems like this might be a dumb idea, but it's my last resort. So 13 minus 3. So they both have the same pivot. One is rotated 45, one is not. Now if I animate it, boy, this might get complicated. So at the end of the animation, this is gonna do a 360. Well, that looks wonky. But you know what? I think that will work. I think that will work. I just have to figure out what angles to do this on. We both have the starting position. Head 1 needs to rotate one way, while head 2 rotates the other. And combined, they should create us the spin that we're looking for. Maybe. Snack break real quick. I need to think about this. Hashtag snack break. Snake break. I think this is doable. I just don't know how to do it. So head 1. You just spin it like this. And then head 2. So that's spinning that way. So that rotates it. I think this needs to spin on the... Huh? I need to slow this down. So If we rotate it in the opposite direction on this axis? Hmm. Ah! Maybe instead we put head 1 at 45. And spin it 360. Head 2 then. It's also at 45. That just cancels itself out. That's at negative 45, that's a positive. If I get rid of that. So that spins. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this. Head 2, which is the drill head. Head 1 doesn't really do anything. Head 2 is the drill head. So if we have this set at 45, and we have this set on a 360 spin, drill 1 is then set at a 45. There it is! Yay! Yay! We got it! Oh my goodness. There it is. There it is. That took forever. Holy moly. But there it is. We did it! Alright. I'm going to animation, let's see. Export animation. Confirm. Yeah. That took... Save. We're going to edit, that hasn't changed. Oh, poop. Well, I know how to replicate it. So... import Java 3D animation. Head. Wait, where'd that save? I need to check where that saved. Wait. Why'd that not? Oh, wrong file. Okay, I need to go back and export the model with its animation. Oh, poop. Means I have to redo all the changes. At least I know, like... At least I know... They have the same pivot point. At least I know how to do this. So... Head 2. Loop, override, confirm. Head 2. What we're gonna do is rotate it. 45. Starting position. At 5 seconds, add another pivot point. Rotate it. 360? What the heck? Head 1. Head 2. $360. Wait, did I do this backwards? Head 2. $45 degrees. Why are they doing that? Wait. It's because we don't have the ability to import. I can't import. Or maybe I can. Let me just check. Okay. I can't actually import. So with its animation, I'm gonna rename this spin. File, export Java entity. Yes, replace it. Animations. Export animation, spin. Cancel. Yeah, confirm. Replace. Save. Okay. I need to delete this. Delete it anyway. Import Java. Drillhead Java. No animations. Import Java animations. Hold on. I need to check formatting. Because this is being weird. Huh. Now let me try importing. Huh. So, how did this work? I need to just double check. Maybe that's what I need to do. Hold on. Edit. File, export, model animation, spin. Robots, drill transport. Save. Maybe that'll do. There we go. That should work. Drill head spin, playback condition always. Alright. Now if I've done this correctly, this should be working in game now. Man, that has been a huge pain in the neck. Yay! And you know what? That actually kind of looks kind of cool. That low-key looks kind of cool. It's working! Kind of looks like it's off-centered a little bit. It's working! Woo! Alright. Now that we have this. Oh yeah. That was a pain in the neck. I'm very glad we got it working. We have it in game. And I think this is gonna work for our drill transport. Albeit slightly weird. One thing I'm gonna try doing is I want to see if I can't get this so that way we can place it horizontally as well. Let's see if there's anything we can do about that. Horizontally rotating blocks only. Pitch rotation. Let's just see if it's as easy as that. Just adding pitch rotation. Because I want to be able to place it on walls as well as floors. Nom 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 nom. Snack break. Interesting. So I can get it on walls. Let me get a better block for this. So my idea would be something like this. Obviously I need to get that facing up. How does it look from afar? It doesn't go out of render, which that's good. So basically the idea with the drill transport now, let's just kind of like build up a mock-up and just see how this looks. Pardon the dirt noise. Probably make it out of a different block. How to make this look good. Obviously solid blocks aren't gonna look too well. Probably use something like walls. It looks something like that. I definitely do think that these need to be bigger. That looks like if you jumped in, you would just instantly just die. I feel like this should kill the player. So this is just a prototype just to kind of get an idea on if and how this would work. I do think that this is absolutely the way to go though. Also, I'm using this battery texture just as a placeholder. This battery is used for the laser projectile, but I'm just using its texture for second purposes. Obviously, we still have a lot more work to do, but I do think that this is a good, if not great, start. Obviously, that's too much. But if I could upscale it so that these things are like could cover a much larger area and not just one block, I think that would be the way to play. Oh, hi, Max. There's my good boy. No! Not getting my chicken. Damn it. You cute. I love you. I got a dog and we had KFC for lunch, so he wants the bones. Isn't that right, Max? So I definitely think, yeah, Max is in the room. I definitely think that these things need to be a little bit bigger. Otherwise, we're gonna have a big problem with scale of this build. I definitely do think that these things need to be bigger, which shouldn't be too difficult to fix. But I do think that these look absolutely amazing. I'm very glad that we got them working. But for the time being, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I will say, this has been a pain in the neck. I'm very glad that this is turning out good. I'm very happy with how this has turned out so far. I can't wait to continue work on it. I am going to be streaming again later this week. Probably Thursday, as that's my day off this week. But we're going to be doing something. We're not going to be working on Project Libera. Or not Project Libera. I'm not going to be working on Project Libera at all. We're going to be doing something different. Much different later in the week. It's about time I had a rematch. And I'm a little bit scared. But I think it'll be worth it. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of that so I can post that later. We got some fun things to look forward to later this week. If all goes to plan, I'll keep you guys posted on the community tab if this happens or not. But we'll see. Isn't that right, placeholder? It's gonna be interesting. You're gonna want to stick around for that. And maybe Johnny will join, I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see. Alright. It's been a huge pain in the neck. I'm very glad we got this going. We got this working. I think this will turn out much better than the drill head idea. Or the cone shape that I was going for. I think this grinder approach will be a lot better than the cone design that I was working towards, because this is most definitely a single block, and we can make some changes. But yeah, for the time being, I'm gonna leave it there. Just go pop myself in the middle. This I feel like for sure would be doing damage, so we'll see. We'll have to see about that in the next stream. But for the time being, I'm just gonna leave it on here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.